Alright, so this is the scan from March 2016. My first scan when I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Um, I will point out some of the areas where there is normal radioactive uptake and then everywhere else is not normal. So this is this is the bladder. This is normal. That's most likely normal. That may also be normal. And then the kidneys, that's normal uptake. And then you have your liver and spleen. So that's kind of that. They usually come up kind of dark in the scans, and the heart's over here. So this is the left side. My breast tumor was originally here in 2012. As you can see, this large giant blob is a very huge tumor in the bones in my chest. So if I can kind of see if I can demonstrate that here. See the other little mouse. There we go. So that is a huge tumor in my breastbone, in the sternum. You can also see tumors in my spine. That is a tumor on the outer part of the ribs there. Need to rotate some more. That's also, oops, right there. That's another rib tumor. These are tumors in my hips, iliacs and such. That's another spinal tumor there. Alright, there's that tumor over there. It's on the front side, so it's kind of, that might be the liver tumor. Yeah, that looks like the liver tumor because it's kind of inside there. Alright, so you can see there's, I mean, oh my goodness. Alright, like that shot right there, you can see all these little small tumors. A lot of these are lymph nodes as well. But the bone tumors and the liver tumor and just the spinal tumors, that's what scared me the most. And up here's your brain, that's normal. And some of this stuff has been there always. It's always active in there. Apparently I had a tumor in my leg that I kind of just totally forgot about. But so you can see there was my tumor burden was quite high back then. Again, remember, kidneys, bladder, that's normal. Everything else is not normal. These are all tumors. I mean, that's just one giant mass. I mean, yeah, I still have problems to that day. That's almost 4 years ago. That from that damage, from that massive tumor there. But so 3 years went from one tumor to that many tumors. Now, all things considered, you know, it's a lot. Yeah, luckily it didn't get into my brain. If it got in my brain, things would have been a lot worse. But no, I guess I'm fairly lucky considering that I went 3 years without any scans, any doctor visits, and this is the worst it got. I didn't have any spinal fractures. I mean, that one probably that scared me the most because that's up in the C6-7 area, and if that had broke, I'd be quadriplegic, maybe paraplegic. So that would not have been good. But I did have a few rib fractures because of these tumors on the ribs and such. So, but I will show you a scan, my most recent scan here in another video. You can kind of see what a big difference has happened. But this is, again, this was out any treatment for 3 years. I took no hormone blockers, no chemo, no radiation, no scans, no nothing. Okay, so this is 3 years of doing nothing, which, all things considered, my cancer wasn't growing as fast as it could have. Some people, their cancer goes really fast and they just have a really hard time fighting it. With me, I guess I was lucky in terms of cancer that it wasn't growing that fast. So, yep. But anyway, so that's my first scan.